is Anthology of Horror. Spring-Heeled Jack. That's right, the Anthology of Horror. Scary stories from American and world history. Creepy-local legends. Dramatic and cynical readings of creepypastas. True crime. Solved and unsolved. 100% ad-free guaranteed. Curated material based on what you people want to hear about. Amazing creepy local legends as well. This is a fantastic, fantastic podcast. Check it out at podcast.apple.com/us/podcast/anthology-of-horror/ID 145-4436-401, or go over to Apple Podcasts and search Anthology of Horror. Give them a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and tell them you heard about it here. Transmedia Worldwide. We are going to go to our next guest. They join us live here on our big broadcast. And go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend. Tell us about yourself.
My name's William Leibowitz, and I'm the author of 2 novels, thrillers, Miracle Man, and a follow-up called The Austin Paradox.
Fantastic. Now, how did you get started in the writing business, my friend? Because you are a master storyteller.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I've been a lawyer in the entertainment business for a real long time, and I just was always interested in creative writing, but finally tried my hand at it a few years ago with Miracle Man, which I was fortunate. It got a tremendous reception from critics and the public. I've just always been interested in storytelling, and I had a special goal with Miracle Man and its follow-up, The Austin Paradox. I wanted to create a modern-day superhero who was a real person, not a Marvel comic book character, somebody inspirational who had extraordinary gifts, used them selflessly to help people. And I just thought that in addition to, having a lot of twists and turns in the thrillers, he'd be an inspirational character because he was so different from a lot of the heroes of our modern time, which are reality TV stars and people who are famous for being famous rather than having any special talent that they use for good. So it was a story I wanted to tell and a character that I wanted to create, and that's how I got into it.
So, with the Austin Paradox, what do you want readers to take away from your writing?
Well, obviously, you want the reader to be really entertained. These are psychological, medical, conspiracy thrillers, and a lot of, interesting bad guys and twists and turns. But in both of my books, and those are some of the big issues of our time. It deals with bioterrorism, deals with corrupt government, deals with money laundering and the manipulation of financial markets by the elite, gets into all that kind of thing. And a big emphasis also is on Big Pharma and the premise in both books that Big Pharma doesn't actually want to cure diseases because it's much more profitable to just treat symptoms. And I think we've seen that because in the last 50 years, I don't think we've cured one disease, which is quite bizarre when you think about that. And in these 2 novels, the protagonist, Robert James Austin, he actually cures diseases, and Big Pharma hates him because he's taking away their cash cow symptom-treating drugs. So these are like a lot of issues that affect all of us, and I hope readers really think about them. I think they do, but the good news is they think about them in the context of being entertained. So that's, I think, the combination you want.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest joining us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast, and William Leibowitz with us today, the Austin Paradox, Miracle Man, and he joins us today here on the telephone. Now, this book, as well as a lot of your books, are fantastic. Take me through the writing process for these books.
Well, I think it all starts with having some really interesting characters. I think Robert James Austin, who's the super genius, who's the guy who invents all these cures, he's very interesting because he is a very troubled individual in history. I mean, I don't want to give it away, but it can't get worse than this. And he rose from that to being this extraordinary doctor. But you also have some great nemesis for him, really good, believable bad guys. So I think characters are what captures, coupled with, an inventive story, and, as I say, messages that people read and they think, that's believable. And I think that all. But one thing I have learned by writing these two novels, writing novels is not easy. I didn't realize how hard it was until I started. So when I look at those famous novelists who turn out book after book, year after year, my hat is off to them, because it's not easy to do that and to keep an audience. I'm happy that people are really liking my books, but I must say, the great novelist of our time.
We've got William Liebowitz and Paradox, Miracle Man, and he's with us today here on our big program. These books, incredibly well written. Tell us about some of the different reviews you've got on the books so far.
Well, I've gotten some terrific reviews. Miracle Man won a Best Thriller Award, National Best Thriller Award. It was a New York Times bestseller, an Amazon best-selling thriller. Austin Paradox is off to a very, very strong start. But I'd say what is consistent in the reviews on both books is that people feel the stories are very believable and plausible, and they really love the characters, particularly Robert James Austin. I can't tell you how many letters I've gotten from people who just feel he's inspirational and believable. So that's been very, very gratifying and interesting. I've gotten a lot of letters from doctors, medical doctors, and the funny thing is they say, gee, some of the cures that your guy Austin sound like they could work. They sound plausible. And I thought that was a compliment, but also a little bit worrying, because when doctors are complimenting cures invented in a fiction book, it makes you wonder a little, like, is that a good thing, But the reviews, both critics and readers, have been really positive, and that's been very gratifying, because you never know what to expect, when you write a novel.
We have got a great guest with us today. William Liebowitz joins us. The Austin Paradox, Miracle Man. He's with us today here on our big broadcast. And talk to us about social media, websites, where we can buy the book, everything.
Yeah, well, I have a website, and that has a video trailer on it. It has all the reviews for both books, lots of other interesting things, interviews also. So that's a great place to go, miraclemanbook.com, and you can also buy the book right from the site. Or you can go to Amazon and look up Miracle Man by William R. Liebowitz or Austin Paradox. Once again, you see a lot of reviews and things like that. And that's the easiest way. It's also Barnes & Noble and all, but the easiest thing is really to just check it out on Amazon or on miraclemanbook.com.
Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and sharing this book with us and talking with us about the book.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate you having me today.
Definitely. Have yourself a wonderful day. We'll talk soon. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. There he goes, William Liebowitz. We've got more coming up on the other side.